name's Tanya Taylor Rubenstein, and I'm the artistic director of an organization called Project Life Stories. And Project Life Stories is an organization that offers writing and performance workshops, autobiographical monologue workshops and classes. And the inspiration for Project Life Stories came from a dream I had several years ago where I saw the words "The Cancer Monologues" floating over Lincoln Center in New York. And I took my experience as an actress and writer and solo performer myself and created a workshop where people could write stories of the experiences they were going through. In this case, in the first case, it was with people with cancer. And so 10 people were in the first class and wrote their stories of their experiences with cancer and stood on a stage and performed it to an audience of family members, friends, and people in the community.
In July of 2004, I was diagnosed with advanced ovarian cancer.
And it was so emotional, and it was such an incredible experience that I really followed my work from there. And from that, a book came out, The Cancer Monologue Project, with their stories in it. And since then, I've done these workshops with hospice caregivers, with people with AIDS, the AIDS monologues, Core Witness, which was with Veterans for Peace, Palestinian and Israeli teens, women who've survived sexual abuse, and several other populations of people, all who are quote-unquote regular people who have this sort of once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many of them to write a personal story about their experience and be heard on stage by a live audience. I've been fortunate to work and partner with many wonderful organizations. Last year I did the Mothering Monologues to celebrate Mothering Magazine's 30th anniversary.
And indeed, I went, but like she said, through it. With nothing left to offer, my mind retreated, and my body took over. I dropped into pure animal being. The only things there were my midwife's eyes, conveying to me the power of every female everything.
Dana-Farber Cancer Center in Boston.
The tech took a look, as I had asked, and I saw her face pale. Wordlessly, she ran out of the room. And after that, nothing was ever the same again. I felt like I had fallen in a cold river, caught inexorably in the current, unable to swim to safety. Live life, be happy, love.
Odyssey Hospice and did shows with them in Dallas, LA, and San Diego.
One of the funny things she did was that she would answer any question by reading whatever was directly in front of her. Are you going to the bathroom? Cool mint taste. The only thing that is relevant is the love. We will never pass this way again. She wasn't a perfect mother, but she was my mother. And she did love me.
We've been very fortunate to receive a lot of wonderful press, and I think that has to do with the fact that this process is so heart-opening and so transformational and therapeutic, and people are able to click into the stories in an emotional way because they're very personal.
Cancer patients at varying levels of treatment, remission, and recovery express their feelings about their battle with the disease in a book called The Cancer Monologue Project. We invited several of the survivors profiled in this book to share their stories.
When the oncologist told me the cancer was back, I felt like a child being told she won't be graduating with her class.
After writing about her experience during a weekend workshop, Deborah Milton Spalding took to the stage.
I'm at St. Vincent's Hospital, receiving my first of 7 more rounds of chemotherapy.
Deborah's words transformed the isolation of chemotherapy and radiation into a sacred vow.
Being on stage is a real rush.
It's pretty exciting.
Most of my family life has revolved around cancer. Most everyone in my family has died from it. This cancer monologue has been so good for me, and it's been, it actually saved my marriage because like most guys, they kind of block and bury a lot of stuff, and this cancer monologue gave me the opportunity to bring that all up and look at it, and there were some problems. It's really made a big difference in our marriage.
Coverage you can count on.
As you might expect, death can be a very difficult subject to discuss.
But those touched by a recent death are putting their experience on stage. Health Beat's Dr. Barry Ramo introduces us to Project Life Stories.
This year, Libby's mother, Betty Hopkins, died, and now Libby is sharing her experience on the stage in a monologue.
Well, I hope that it will give somebody an open window to see that this is an experience that can be all of these things we talk about as being wonderful, and that is still difficult. Life is difficult.
Libby's touching monologue is part of Project Life Stories, designed to shine a spotlight on healing after a death or tragic illness.
This project gives voice to people who may feel silenced or have felt silenced, so overwhelmed when you're going through such a life challenge.
Going through the devastating emotional up and downs that Libby went through is something that many of us will experience, but often there's no way to express those feelings. This program hopefully will help people understand that they're not alone and also give them some coping strategies for dealing with their problems. For Health Beat, I'm Dr. Barry Ramo, KOAT Action 7 News.
So we've been featured in Oprah's magazine, O Magazine, on the CBS Early Show, on our local ABC affiliate here in New Mexico. I've been on at least 20 NPR stations across the country about its spirituality and health. And this is the kind of press that we're able to offer that kind of support and energy to promote other people's missions.
So I'm particularly happy that Tanya has kind of taken the flag as I get older.
Hope peace will follow. All the right, all the sorrow, and I hope I can find.
This was life-changing for me. It brought up a lot of emotions that I had no idea that were buried.
Take our desire. Run through.
These are treasures. These aren't randomized controlled clinical trials. They're what happened to real people in real situations. We ought to make more use of these.
We hold hands, and if we touch hearts, we can ride through starlight too. Oh my love, oh my love, oh my love. Man, I hope peace will follow. Oh, the riots and all the sorrow. And I hope I can find in my soul peace of mind, and we can run through the fire. Oh, and take our desire. We can run through the fire.